Hello everyone. Today we want to talk about implementation of the battery storage systems in PowerFactory, DIgSILENT. So for example, we can open one of the examples here in PowerFactory. For example, IEEE 9 bus, we can open that one. Okay, so if we open this example, here we can close all tabs. So here we have the power system that is implemented already. If you want to install battery storage systems, here we have one battery storage systems that we can connect that one, or we can, if we're doing that, normally we need some models. Here we should implement some model. So another way is that use the already defined models of the storage systems in PowerFactory. So here we have the templates here and down there. If we click on template, here we have many templates that you can use for your models. So here, if you click in storage systems, here we have different models for storage systems. So here, because the system that we have is 6 years, you just can click on this one and click anywhere that you want, like this. Okay, so here, this is the model from the template of the PowerFactory, but it's not connected to anywhere. So we can right click here and click on connect and connect on this bus bar, for example. Okay, so the bus bar that here we have is 230 kilovolt, and here we should change that to 230 kilovolts. Okay. So this is a model that we have, and if we click on these battery storage systems, here we can see we have a model. Is already installed the model. So we have some electrical control, we have some converter model, some protection model, and if you want to see how is the model is implemented here or change anything, you can just double click here. You can see all parameters here. But maybe we cannot understand, okay, what is, for example, V min, Q min or something. If you click on diagram, here you can see the diagram of the implemented model in PowerFactory. Okay, so we have this one. We just should just change this one to 230 kilo, and we can run the RMS simulation, for example, for 1 second, and then we can see the power generated by the battery. So here we have result variables, simulation RMS, and here we can just see the power, for example. If you write power here in RMS, you can see, for example, active power. And here we can make a plot on active power. If we run the simulation, for example, 1 second, so it should be constant in 1 mega, because this is 1 mega watt battery. But for example, we can make some short circuit events somewhere, for example, here, short circuit event 0.5, and we just remove that after 100 millisecond. So now if you see how is the performance of the battery, so you can see here we have 1 mega before fault, and when the short circuit happened, because of the control loops that we have here, then it reduces the active power, and then we the fault is cleared here, and then back again to 1 mega. So here we can see the control loops is working very well.